Hello everyone, I am very sorry for the delay. I had a bit of an issue with Streamlabs. So apparently my music just decided it didn't want to come on properly. So this is why you're having some different music today, as courtesy of, let me see, these different YouTube channels. Also from Ultrawave, but basically I can't use Streamlabs music right now because it won't actually let me log into it, which is very frustrating. I've reported at Streamlabs, but again, not what I needed right before stream. It is one thing that is maybe reconsider using Streamlabs. How often these situations come up. Because it does seem like it keeps happening. And it's affected my stream today, so I'm not very happy about it. But we're on now. And hopefully you guys are able to get on in. Again, I am very sorry for the multiple pop-ups about me being live. Ay. Fucking Streamlabs. I swear to God. Sometimes it's great, but sometimes it's so shit. And it's amazing to me just how often it has issues. For how much you pay for it. But, you know. Yay. But anyway, how are you all doing today? Other than my frustrations I've had. As, yeah, it's putting a message in the Discord. No, good. I swear I will forget I stream at this hour. Ah, God, I'm getting frustrated. I'm so sorry, Jack. I'm getting very frustrated on my end. Just so many little issues today. But anyway, my severe anger aside, I don't know what it is today. Today just feels cursed. Some weird kind of way. Can't fully explain it, but it just feels very cursed. I'm hoping that the music in question is copyright free. It says it is. But yeah, so different music today. Again, it's... Sorry, if I sound really tired, it's because I was frantically trying to fix stream very last minute. And it's... took the wind out of my sails, which yeah, I assure you I've voiced my displeasure to Streamlabs, for I am paying for Streamlabs. I'm not paying for it to be shit, then. And I've already had a lot of issues with their music in the past where they've been false copyright claiming me. Which is not very nice, even though you're supposed to whitelist you. It does not. Sometimes. Until you complain at Streamlabs themselves, and then all of a sudden it stops. Honestly. But sorry, anyway, enough of my complaining. That's not what you're here for. I won't lie, today it's been a very... How shall we say? I've not done as much today as I would have thought I was going to. I can't really describe it, I just... You know when you wake up and you just feel that kind of malaise, that sort of feeling of not wanting to do anything? Today was one of those days. Today was one of those days where I just didn't feel like doing anything at all. I did a bunch the day before, I did a bunch the day before that. But today, not a lot. Tomorrow I'll be doing some stuff. But today, I just didn't. I did not feel it. At all. So I had a lazy one. Didn't even play many games, to be honest. I played like a little bit of Warcraft 3. And that's about it, really. Just going through the later stages of the Scourge campaign. So I'm going over to the seaside tomorrow. So a nice little seaside wander. So that should hopefully let me relax for a little bit. But, as I say, we're back to normality once more. We are back to the good old Yappa sermons, the Total Wars, and the Monster to Wilds. Before, of course, we go back to the day job, as I've been off this week, thankfully. I almost wish I was off next week, because, good lord, it's going to be a busy one. I should be fine, but you know how these things are. You have a busy one at work. Takes the wind out of your sails. Knocks the stuffing out of your socks. Out of me in general. But, hey. It is what it is, and yeah. Again, sorry if I sound absolutely fucking knackered and just out of it today. I don't know what it is recently. I've been very out of it. I don't know if I'm hitting a burnout again. It's not impossible. I remember a year ago, this time of year, I was very burned out. So maybe I've hit that point. Possible. It's not impossible to say that I've hit that burnout point. Where I've just been absolutely slaughtered. Mentally. Again, didn't help. Just before stream, shit just did not want to play nice. But positives, of course, is that 3.0 should hopefully be starting to work soon. So first payment for it's in, so I should be getting updates on that mid this month, I believe. And going forward. And then, like I said before, I'll drop you some teasers now and then. Though I'll only drip feed them. When relevant. Necessary, I think. A little drippy here and there. Though, if you figure out who it is, if you know who did the design, which I did credit them, so if you know where they are, then the lovely individual doing the model is going to be live streaming it most likely, so go check them out if you want to see it early. But if not, don't worry. You'll see plenty of the art in time. But yes. This is Thursday yet again, and unlike normal, where I'd be thinking, oh, thank God, I missed this towards the end of my holiday, which is a bit tragic. It is the one downside of having a holiday. The end of the week doesn't feel quite as nice. It's close to the end. Oh, excuse me. But, hey, things must return to normalcy eventually. You can't have something good without having your normal. I wish my normal was a little better, but, you know, don't we all? Don't we all, eh? I suppose the other thing I've been doing recently, I've been playing a little bit of Vinland Saga. It's kind of like a more in-depth Minecraft, if you like. Although, instead of sort of, it has a few different mechanics, let's put it that way. So, like, a lot of the building takes a little longer because materials cost a bit more. To actually craft stuff's a bit more in depth as well. You've got to actually break flint down into like a flint tool. To actually like make metal stuff, you've got to actually, you know, sift the ingot, little nuggets, just say, from bits of sand, and then malt that down. And there's a whole process. And then certain things will be hammered out over a forge, and like I say, it's got a lot of stuff, but I think it's a cheap little game, and they're still adding a lot of stuff to it. So, honestly, for what it is, it's pretty good, in my opinion. Again, oh, excuse me. Again, it's not for everyone. It's definitely not one of those games for everyone. But I think it's good. Hey, Novella, buddy, how you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you're less tired than me, as I seem to be very tired. Also, how's the music, by the way? It's not too loud, is it? Like I say, I'm not using my normal music due to Streamlabs fuckery. Unless it's just fixed itself. That'll be in now, it still has not fixed itself. Hey. Why'd you always greet me like it? What you mean? What? What do you mean instead like disappointed? I'm not. If I sound tired and disappointed, I'm more disappointed in Streamlabs today. I'm very annoyed at it because it's made me have to do a bunch of things last minute and then restart stream to try and fix it. So if I sound like a bit tired and a bit pissed off, it's because I've had to like do a bunch of faff I don't want to do right at the start of stream. Which means how it sounds. I don't know. I can't say for past. I don't feel that way. I can't say there's anyone who I see in chat who I feel that way about at all. So if I sound that way, I apologise. I certainly didn't mean to sound that way. No. Believe me, I'm happy to have literally anyone here. Too much. Anyone I'm not happy to be here are not allowed because they're banned. So don't worry about this. I just probably don't sound high energy right now because, like I say, I feel the wind out of my sails has been thoroughly smacked. Okay, more civilized, so maybe I'm just standing. It's fine, I grossly overthink most things, so it's all good. I don't think I say it in a funny way, I don't know. At the same time, I just don't notice certain things sometimes. I mean, maybe I say things a certain way and I don't notice. I mean, the joys of being neurodivergent, my friend. The joys of being on the spectrum is you don't notice shit. Also, I'm not that tired yet. That's good, at least someone isn't tired. I sure as hell am. Not today, no. I've been off this week. Which you'd think that means I'd be well rested, but honestly, not as well rested as I'd like to be. It does mean I can go a little longer today, which is good. So there is that benefit. But no, I've been off this week. I wanted my birthday week off. Yeah, I don't know, it's just... Exactly, and you get the rest, it's just, oh. I think it's a real... I don't want to get like, oh, we live in a society kind of way, but like at the same time, I do think it's a problem that we've crafted a world where we burn ourselves out constantly, and then we try and rest, and we're so burnt out, but we want to do stuff when we're off because, God forbid, we want to live a life. But then we're so burned out, it's like we can't do anything. But you can only have so much time off. So it's, I don't know. It just seems to me like the more I've been in work, the more I think to myself, wow, how is this sustainable? Like, it feels like it's always been an issue, and then there's a complaint about the next generation not wanting to do anything, but it's like, hang on. It's just that generation looking at you guys going, holy sh... You know, sustainable, like, something you can keep doing indefinitely, you know? I just think... I just wonder sometimes, I'm like... How is it, like, sustainable to, like, constantly be at a point where you need rest, you get the rest, but you can't rest because you need to do stuff, but you need the rest, you can't have the rest. And when you have the rest, you're not rested enough. And then you go back to work, and it's the same cycle. I just think, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not well. Maybe it's a sign I'm just not well again. I don't know. Hey, Stormer Players on over on YouTube. How you doing? Or Stormer? Is it Stormer? Maybe Stormer. I said Stormer, didn't I? I assume it's Stormer. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. But no, I don't know. Maybe I'm just more tired than I thought. In a society that was built to work. Exactly. But the problem is that when that was first done, it wasn't the same, was it? Like, how to put it? Like, the foundations it was built on was like, you work so many hours a day, and then that's it. You're done. But now it's like, exactly, that's the thing. It's becoming more and more like that, and I just think there's going to be a breaking point. Maybe we'll see this way. No, please, but I know. I always worry about I don't know. Believe me, I never could anyone say my name properly because good luck. But I always worry about other people's names. But nah, that's good. That's good. They pay them less, expect more. Exactly. It's like, and the thing is, it's the argument I had at my place. I say to them, hey, you know, other places ask for a lot less work and then pay a lot more. But it's not an uncommon thing, as you say. But I think there's going to be a breaking point. I do. I think there's going to be a genuine breaking point. Where people are going to start saying, well, I want to live. And then what? I think it's happening. I think it is happening slowly, to be honest with you, Vela. I think it's slowly happening. I think it's why so many people are doing side jobs to try and, like, get some money to live a bit better. It's why, you know, I think a lot more people, I know from, like, my generation, there's a lot of people looking at, I don't think it even needs to be violent. I think it just needs to be that we have to kind of break this predetermined agreement that, yeah, you're going to work yourself to death. I just think it just requires a genuine, I think it can be done very peacefully, really. I do. I really think that there is going to come a point, because the thing is, right, the people who enforce this kind of thing are not immortal. It's going to sound very morbid, but the people that force this kind of world can't live forever. So, business should be more reasonable and responsible. That's the issue of the world to come. So, exactly. Businesses, as well said, actually. Businesses. I mean, I'll give you a great example, actually, of that very thing. Remember in 2020, when all the tech firms started getting really big? Really big. They hired a load of people. They were booming, right? Stock was worth a fuck ton. And then they all popped. And it all really popped about a year or two later. And they had to fire like 40%, like, was it like 20% of their staff or something stupid, or nearly 20% in some cases. And it's like businesses just don't, they're just so, if let their own devices, they're so irresponsible. They just will make this massive bet, and then when it backfires, it's the employee that gets shafted for it. But, you know, I'm not saying it's going to completely destroy itself from doing that, but a couple more mistakes like that, you get financial crises. And the thing is, the businesses can't keep relying on the same, like, people to bail them out, because those people, again, as I keep saying, they're not immortal. They end eventually. And I don't think the world they've built will carry on without them, because I think, in a way, it's very artificial. And I don't think it's at that point where, say, very rational stuff. I just think that, you know, this idea that people will just like robot themselves and get nothing. Well, it doesn't now, no, because the people who want this to continue are still alive and are still in power. It's not even like, oh yeah, because it benefits them. Like, I'm not even getting political about this. Getting so big until you pop basically is how most businesses nowadays. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, look at Disney. I'm not gonna get political. I'm not gonna get like what's it. I'm just gonna simply look at the numbers. They keep having flops. Hundreds of millions flops. You can't do that forever. You just can't. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to touch the politics because I don't do that here. We don't do politics here. But it's just the fact of exactly, and I think you can just look at the results. They speak for themselves. I just think to I just think to myself, it can't go on. Like it's just infeasible to go on. The problem is, I guess, is it's unprecedented as well. You look through history, and we've not had this to this extent before. And I think people are constantly looking for an out in some respects, right? There are people who will argue that AI is the way out. I don't know about that one, currently. It's not looking great on that front, and frankly, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. There's the... I mean, me personally, I'll be honest, I think it's one of those things, you know, I think it's simply, you know, a case of, like I say, you're gonna see it start happening when a lot of these old CEOs, these old people in power, start retiring, start losing influence, start, you know, dying off, I'll be honest. It's morbid, but I think it's a case of it's people who are out of touch and very much benefiting from it. A lot of them will be replaced, but I think the thing is the people that will replace them won't have the same foundations that those people have. Because those people who will benefit from it often don't care about what happens when they're gone. So the foundations are them. And when they are gone, thus... Oh, there probably will be a lot of that. I'll be honest. Probably will be. But I think it's going to have a change in general because it's a very common feeling among people from like millennial down that have this feeling. And I think when you see more people from that generation start sort of taking up the reins, there's going to be a shift because the way of thinking is different. Especially the younger millennials to eventually my generation. As horrifying as that sounds, one day my generation will be the ones who are the so-called elders. As fucked up as that sounds. And I think it won't be quick. Nothing's quick. Nothing of this kind of things are quick. But do I think it'll be for the better? I want to say so. I want to be an optimist and say I think it will have a better change because those who've been affected by it will be the ones vying to make it change. Will it happen anytime soon? No. But I do think as technology and time moves on, stuff's gonna have to change. It's gonna be a simple case of feasibility of just health. Just like honestly health, right? I think there's a certain point you have to honestly look at just people's health. Like, it's not healthy. Like, to put that much for yourself into something and not have rest, that's not healthy. I'm no doctor, but I've been burned out before. About a year ago now, I had a really bad burnout. really bad, and it kicked me. It kicked me on my ass. I'll be honest. It was a full week. I think I was away from streaming for 2 weeks. I was out of work for a full week. It put me down, good and proper. And I think it was a year ago. Maybe it was a year. Maybe it was before. No, it was late April. I remember it very well, actually. And it's definitely one of those things where it took me a while to get back into it. I got back onto things, and by the time I was back to streaming, I felt a lot better. But it definitely... I can definitely say I felt it. I felt it coming for a while. But didn't do anything about it until it happened, and holy fuck me did it happen. And it fucking happened. Thankfully, things went very well when I came back, but... yeah, it was... I don't recommend being burned out, I'll be honest. If I could say if you take one thing from the stream, my dear sinners, it's this. Please take care of yourselves. Genuinely, just take care of yourselves, please. Don't be like me and think, nah, it's fine, nah, it's fine, nah, it's not fine. You might just need a rest. Even if it's a day. Cribble died. No, not allowed. Not allowed. I will learn the secrets of necromancy and drag you up. Not allowed. You remember that, right? What do you mean? Remember, I'm dead. Nah. Nah, not allowed. Not allowed, Novella. No death for thee. No death allowed. I have to add it to the rules. No death allowed. Too late. No. No, you can't go to the pearly white gates yet. It's not allowed. I'm standing in front of them. I'm sending you back. The time isn't now. You know, as weird as it sounds, one of the most therapeutic things I ever started doing, weirdly, was these streams. But I was like, let's do a stream where I just talk. And, you know, I was meant to be alive in this world, I'll be part of it. What? Fuck. Well, if not this world, which world, Novella? Got undeaded. Exactly, Storm. Exactly. Exactly. I'm afraid Novella's gonna have to live as a sentient undead for a bit longer. Let me just stretch my back a little. Speaking of spirits, I'm just gonna down a few right now. It's fine, it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday. I can have a little southern comfort. Some people don't have live in the world that doesn't. I mean, I can definitely see what you mean. I know there's definitely points where I've had that feeling, but it's a big world. It's a very big world, and I think sometimes you just need to carve yourself. Oh yeah, no, I get you. Trust me, I've been there. I've definitely been there. No, it's. I think what I'm gonna say is I think you got to carve your own bit, right? You've got to kind of carve your own little corner out, I guess, and that's your world. There's a big one out there, but you kind of carve your own one, really, just because you can. I think. It's a weird thing to say, but I don't know. I think just for me anyway, it's how I deal with it. It's sort of to carve my own one out, sort of, and give myself. Oh, on top of that, give myself a place to escape for a little bit. Like, I think some people really undervalue the escaping. Just give yourself a place where you can just go, where no one can really bother you. Some people will say it's childish, but I personally think it's needed. I think you need to be able to disassociate from the world a little bit. I think you need to be able to just... A moment, brave. You can be. You can be. You've carved that bit out for yourself. Right? You know? Sometimes you just need a place to fester a bit and just to, you know... Maybe you have a window to watch the world pass by, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't want to look outside, and you know what, that's fine. Sometimes it's not very nice outside. But I think having your own little corner to just be in, and then somewhere to escape, is nice. I think the only thing is with that, and I've been guilty of this, you gotta be able to get out of there a little bit now and then. You've gotta, like, take a step out, smell the air. You don't have to stay out long, but maybe once every now and then, you know. You take a step out and just wander. Yeah, you know, take a little step outside and wander around. You might find somewhere else you like to frequent, and then somewhere else, and then somewhere else. And then you got a couple places to go. I don't know. I just think it's a necessary thing to do. Personally. Exactly. I'll start my journey fully soon. I mean, exactly, right? So you have something to aim for. I think that's also a thing. Having something to aim for, a goal, right? Even if it's a small goal. Like, every year I'll make a goal. You know? It's a little thing. It's nothing massive, but I'll make one. It's one I think I can achieve. It's one I think I can genuinely achieve and do. I mean, I don't think I'll get very far, man. I am surprised every day when I get any kind of progression or achievement in it, really. I am pleasantly surprised daily by how far I've gotten. Yeah, exactly, right? But I think my honest thing for you, and I'll be very honest. Keep your expectations reasonable. Hope for greatness, but keep them reasonable. Because the last thing you want to do is aim for something insane. I guess you can aim for the insane, but don't expect yourself to get there soon, right? Like, you might turn around and say to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna be at 100 followers by next week. And for some people, that's extremely doable. For some people, they can get 100 followers in a day. But for some people, that takes a long time. Like, for example, that means it's fair enough. I wouldn't initially. I set myself up a little bit of one. Like, a reasonable one. So, like, let me see. I think the first year, I think I set myself a goal of, like, let's get 50. And I got way past that. So, last year I said to like, the year before, like, this year, I set myself a goal of 200. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Having fluid goals is fine, honestly. I think as long as you set yourself a reasonable amount of time, let's say a year, and something you think you can realistically do within that year. And if you don't, that's okay. Now you just have to ask why. Um, I mean, yeah, exactly right. You might not win something initially. I think the more I've been doing this, I think I've kind of hit that magical point where I think to myself, the journey is what matters more. I think the journey is the big one. It's not about the destination so much because the destination keeps moving. I don't know, especially if I use streaming as an example, the destination really is constantly moving. The goalpost will always be moving. So, I think the goal really isn't to get to the post, it's to find an enjoyable way to get there. I think it's to be able to enjoy the journey. And for the journey to feel like one that you actually want to do. That took a long time to realise for me. For some people, I'm sure they realise that immediately, but for me, that took a very long time, my friend, to realise that. That was a wisdom that I didn't get for a long time. I was too focused on, because some people were like, oh, I got partner in a month. I'm like, the fuck, how? But then I didn't realise that a lot of them had also already had, a following, right? On YouTube, other places. So when you hear these people say that they got a fault, some people get on Twitch and they explode, but then you look at them and they have a history. And it isn't like they've just turned up and exploded. They've turned up and exploded because their already existing fan base has turned up with them. So, because I remember seeing someone on Twitter and a lot of people were upset about it. And I'm like, well, no, but actually this person's got a history. They've already spent years, probably. Last live, I tried really hard to be part of life, but failed. No, it's me around, so I didn't feel happy trying to blend in. He goes, I get that. I mean, I've had times where people didn't want me around. I mean, that's depression, my friend. That sounds like depression, which I've definitely experienced myself. It's a heavy one. I can feel the weight of it just thinking about it, but I mean, just today, that's all about being annoying. Yeah, no, I get that, man. I get you. Oh, I know I'm not. I know I'm not myself. It's the one thing I think I always worry about. I always worry if people get to know me, they wouldn't like me. It sounds weird, but that's the one thing I always worry about, is the more people get to know me, they might just not like me. Because of how I am. I kind of... for example, I tend to keep myself behind layers, right? The good old being on the spectrum, it's a joyous thing. You sort of give yourself a mask, right? But it's not one mask, it's several. And it's taken me a very long time while streaming to get used to the idea of just, this is a place I can take off a lot of masks. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You know, but I definitely have some on. You kind of have to in a way, but I think I always do put some on because you just need that separation. I mean, I can never really take them all off unless I'm alone. That's when I feel most comfortable, just taking all them off. But most time, that's not doable. Like at the start, it was not super. It was super for me to. Exactly. Oh god, yeah. What I do now? Yeah, no, I couldn't. It took a long time. I remember I was trying to make some videos before. It took a long, long time for me to work up the confidence to just speak into a camera. I think it's okay to be comfortable, honestly. I think you should want to be comfortable. I mean, a lot of people do this unfiltered, man. A lot of people... You've got to find, like, your line, right? You've got to give yourself a boundary. Like, for me, I won't go into, like, certain topics or politics or anything like that. I won't touch that with a barge pole. I have opinions. Sure, I have opinions. We all do. But I'm not going to say them. Because I don't think this is the space for it. It's not a space I want to make. And I don't want it to be one of those spaces. I'm not interested in that. It's just a great way to make loads of enemies, and honestly, I just think it's not worth it. It's not what I make. It's not what I want to build. It is my place to be away from that kind of thing. And as such, it's what I do. It's not my responsibility to make a political area. It is not what I want. But I think giving yourself those lines, those boundaries, not just for yourself, but for your viewers as well. Something I really want to tell them my opinion, but exactly right. You don't want. You got to be careful. Yeah, the last thing you want is if people get an idea about you, then you don't want that. Exactly. People can snip a 10-second bit. The thing is, yes and no. You are, but at the same time, you've got to kind of be mindful that also creates an audience of itself. Because people want to know, well, why has this person been cancelled? And there's a lot of people who hear cancelled and go, okay, this is going to be something dumb, and they might turn up. Now, some of them people are sympathetic and want to support you and root for you. Some people are the kind of people that probably shouldn't have a platform, but want to kind of like hijack your platform because of your mutual cancellation. And then for some people will use that as a thing to vindicate themselves for whatever hatreds against you they have. But I think cancellation only works if you have an audience that actually cares about that kind of thing. There's a lot of people who probably shouldn't have a platform who will never not have one because their audience doesn't care. There's definitely been people in the past who everyone their dog has said all the things this person's done, and some of them are fairly bad, not far off criminal, but they still got a platform because their audience doesn't care. Hell, some people have done criminal things and still have a platform, which is shocking to me. They might have gone to a different platform, but they've still got an audience. So it depends on your audience a lot. Like, there are things certain people can say, and their audience doesn't give a flying fuck about any of it. But there's some people who their audience really doesn't, want that. Yeah, and sometimes you gotta kind of moderate yourself a bit. But again, some people might like that. Some people might want that, but then you gotta be careful. I think, yeah, yeah. I know some people will take that as like I'm making a statement or something. I don't know. Some people will. Oh yeah, I get you. Some people might take that as like a a threat or like something bad or. I get you. I get you on that one. But yeah, it's you kind of got to give yourself a line, like I say. Yes, that's what you got to be careful with. You got to be kind of careful on that kind of that side of things. And plus, you're going to mind TOS and stuff. And I think honestly, it depends on the topic. But if you think like you've got a strong feeling on something, I'd avoid it unless it's something like purely positive or something you think isn't going to get you in trouble. I find the stronger the feeling on something, the more likely it is you're going to say something like really bit much. Like, I've had moments where a game series I like has done something stupid. I mean, I don't talk about Assassin's Creed because I don't like the current Assassin's Creed trajectory. I'm not a fan of the series anymore. I've not liked it since Origins, which hasn't looked like Assassin's Creed to me. So I didn't follow it anymore. And I don't talk about it because it just bothers me so much. I very much feel like Ubi's just, done a bad job. So I'm just not interested in what they're doing on that front anymore. And to be honest, a lot of Ubisoft stuff not interesting. But again, as someone who used to be a massive fan of a lot of Ubisoft products, like Assassin's Creed, I played the old Assassin's Creeds, right? Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2. I think I played the first one. But 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, like I say, all of them up till Origins. I've even recently gone and played Rogue, because I've never played that before, and I enjoyed that a lot, actually. Assassin's Creed Rogue's good. It's a fun game. Assassin's Creed 4, very good game. But I don't rate these kind of like RPG-esque Assassin's Creeds they're making now. That just don't feel like Assassin's Creed to me. It's lost that. Even Unity still had that like methodical kind of gameplay. Hell, Unity had a cool idea. Unity came out at that age where every AAA game was just a pile of shit at day one for some reason. Because for some reason games devs just stopped making good games. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Hey, Zork, buddy, old pal. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, my friend? So right, you caught me mid-rant about bloody Assassin's Creed. Mainly just fucking not being a fan of the current trajectory. How you doing, Zork? How are things, my friend? Grab my drinky drink. But then, like I was saying about Halo, I'm good just chilling before work. Oh god, you got work coming up, my man. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh well, may it go by soon and not be too strenuous. Nope. Hey, oh, thank you for the subs, Orc. Holy shit. Is that over on YouTube? That's over on YouTube. Ah, thank you. It's very kind of you, sir. I didn't know you were over on YouTube. Oh, you're Zork the Eternal Dork over there. Excellent. I need to do more on the YouTube front. The tube. Oh. I definitely didn't reuse the notification because obviously it's called sub. I can't sub on YouTube. What do you mean? Account is cured. It's cursed. Ah, okay. That's fine, man, don't worry. I multi-stream on there to let myself be seen a bit easier. I don't do enough on YouTube, honestly. That reminds me, actually. Um, I'm glad you mentioned YouTube. Actually, I need to do more on there. Ah. But yeah, I do need to do more on YouTube. Like holy shit. Yeah, I do a little bit myself. I've not done enough shorts, admittedly, but I occasionally make videos. I'm not very good at video editing, so the process takes me a lot longer than it should. Also, Zork, that reminds me, I saw your lovely new model in the works, by the way. I see we have another you in the oven. Well, Foxes did. Ah, I'm sure she was just playing. I know, I wasn't there, so I could not say. But I did see Femzork in the works. Looking very nice indeed. The Fox is also annoyed very easily, and that's not hard to do. Oh, that is true. I have seen her on League sometimes. It's okay. I did feel bad for her when she was rigging this model. Just get my streams, but you should get to once she's on there. Might actually play with. Yeah, you know, you might do. You might cause us to rage quit. No, I do believe she sticks with it, to be fair. I don't know, I've not... I think the only MOBA I've played is Smite. A little bit of Smite. That's the only one I think I've played. I've not played it recently, to be fair. It's probably changed a lot since I last played it. One's called Dawngate. Ooh, I feel like I've heard of that somewhere. Dawngate. That sounds too familiar. Hang on, that sounds very familiar. Dawngate. Oh! Yes, I think I remember seeing this a long time ago. God, it's been a while though. It was made by EA, but since they didn't make 10 million, yeah, that sounds like EA. That is peak EA, my friend. Holy shit! It has not made us a bajillion dollars in 5 minutes. Pull the plug. Take it down. EA. They're a real jam, EA are. It's weird at the minute. They'll create, like, one of the most abhorrent microtransactions they've ever done. And then they'll do something weirdly, like, consumer-friendly, like hand over the, Command & Conquer source code on GitHub and let it be moddable on Steam. I don't get them sometimes. They confuse me. They confuse the hell out of me, EA do. I'll never fully understand it. I'm trying to think if I've played an EA game anytime soon. Because I have. Been a handful of games and then they pulled the plug, but never. A no loss. The game might be dead, but your win record ain't. That's what we're talking about. Still undefeated, so that can never change either. That will literally never change. You'll be permanently undefeated. The GOAT, if you will. I had to. Come on. I did have to. Yeah. Lungs trying to strangle me again internally. I think I did give Dota a brief go, but I just didn't get into it. I don't know. Like many things, I'm take my perfect Dota rate. Hey, Onyx buddy. Never played a game. I defeated. Yeah, there you go. Undefeated. Yeah. So by technicality, I am undefeated on Smite 2. Never played a game. Never lost. My loss record 0. Would you like to see it? Points that win rate, yeah. Like I think I did a bit of like AI, just like mess around with it a bit. I gave it a go then. That's about it. That was about it. I think I stopped playing, like I stopped like giving it much of a go before. But they added like Last Airbender characters and stuff. I think what else was they doing as well? It was weird, some of the stuff they were doing. There's some characters they were adding that just were not gods. I'm like, how did you get through every like faith and mythology's gods? There's no way you've got through them all. And they definitely didn't. Oh, they did Team Ruby as well. Were they skins or were they other skins? Okay, I was gonna say. Because I know they added like the characters from Last Airbender as just full-on characters, not even skins. I'm pretty sure. Hey Novella, welcome back, buddy. I think they've added VTubers to that as skins as well. A bunch of VShoujo tubers. Watch some veggies. Don't fall asleep, please. I will try not to. I will try not to. I am a bit EP, but I will keep my eyes open for you, buddy. I'll try my best. Hey, Neon. Welcome in, buddy. How are you doing, my friend? How is things? I presume that, if I'm not mistaken, you're currently on break at the moment, I'm guessing. I imagine you're normally on your break at this hour, if memory serves. Oh, they're all skins? Ah, shit, okay. Yeah, I'm doing well, buddy. How about you? I think Anger's Merlin. Oh, shit. He'd be Merlin all over the place. Ah, I was right. And they say I don't remember what my viewers do. I remember my viewers. Going on my 2 to 5 minute break. Nice, nice. Oh, hell. Time zones to be wild then. I mean, at the very least. What a ridiculous amount of effort. There, I can't read. It would be a ridiculous amount of effort for a clever wise. It's true, it's true. It feels like 5 minutes. Ah, okay. What do you do, Novella? I don't think you've told me. I think I saw you a bit playing WoW Classic. I think I was on one of your streams. Listen, Ah, shit. That was a smart answer. That's how tired I am. I'm going with... Shit. I was say you're not a distant relative to a Shori by any chance. I'm kidding. Part of the extended novella family. Last time, Blackpool Witting class. We'll agree to disagree. I'm kidding. Oh, agree to disagree on that one. Back to the mines with you. Back to those copper mines for you, sir. I know, I'm terrible. I'm so terrible that I made sure all those tools that were left in the mold were prepared and sorted. Rick's hello. I'll meet you in... Ooh, nice. Nice. Anyways, we're gonna make Miss Motherfucker bit. That's all good, man. Thank you very much, Neil. Yeah, it's all good. It's one of those. It's live and it's what it is, buddy. But yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's one of them. I tried to do it at a similar time to my normally streams, but it's one of them. I don't normally stream on a Tuesday, so it's hauling us to get ready for like 9 hours. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Fucking hell, first thing in the morning, isn't it, for you? Over to your flight. Over to work. No worries, Zork. You have a good day at work, buddy. Well, as good of a day as you can do, anyway. Thank you for being here. Always a pleasure to have you. Yeah, ironically, you're getting ready for your flight. I'll be soon getting ready for go back to work. They've acquired a new 4 offices. 4 more offices I have to support now. Which, painful. Painful. I believe as well there's actually like there's like a separate department as well that we're not gonna keep, but they do like criminal law. This week got signed a whole 2 whopping tickets. God, imagine I have to do 2 tickets. I have to do weekly reports and I have to fucking did Barzard get shorter? Did I get shorter? I don't think I'm short. I think I'm shorter. A sec. I don't think I'm any shorter. I don't think. Am I? Have I gotten shorter? Get shorter as he ages like a granny. Rip this fucking guy. I will punch you. Punt you over the channel. Ah yes, hag. Oh, God, don't. Oh. Yeah, the hag. Oh no. It's okay, my next model will have white hair, so the hag will be very apt, I guess. Fucking hell. Which relate to anyone over the age of, like, what, 22 now? Shit! Oh, no. Cries in 25. It's all bones. Yep. That's why I'm losing more bones. I'm going to replace them with glorious machine. I've decided I'm going to become more mechanical, chat. It's fine. The machine is immortal, after all. Don't make me recite the entire Mechanicus intro. I will do it. I can do it. I remember it verbatim. Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me to do it. I will. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me for it. Oh, it's fine. More machine. Machine can't age. That's the beauty of the VTuber face. No more hag maxing. Exactly. I can't hag max if I can't age. Yes. It's okay. Ironically, someone mech maxing it. Yeah. They're running on pure cut. I mean, it's the only way you can run these days, but the caffeine is life. Also, hello, Hans. I did see Onyx. There's you know the VTuber Whiskey, the one that Remy hangs out with quite often. She's got a model that's like inside of a mech cockpit with a whole like animated thing going on. Used it alone in mech break streams actually, which I thought was quite cool. It actually looked like one of those like cut-out windows where you see the mech pilot in there. So, welcome back from the ads, everyone. Those who had to suffer the ads, welcome back. I have been considering how I want to do ads in future. There's a part of me that's like, do I do like the ads that happen before stream and then no ads in mid-stream? Or the other way around. I don't know what's best, because I do have to run something. No Raid Shadow Legends. No, they haven't contacted me yet. I don't do enough YouTube. Minthra, I'm not here. It's all good, buddy. I get you. Have you heard of Nord Shadow Watches? I can't do the full copy pasta. Just blend them all together. Where you can become a laird and support thousands of champions. It's super thick age. Completely free. Oh yeah, very free. Except the part where you have to pay for all the champions and all the other shit. That reminds me, speaking of things that look like trash, have you guys seen the Ark Aquatica trailer, by the way? They took it down, I think, but it was completely AI generated. It looked like shit. It was one of the worst AI generated things I've ever seen, and this was like an official company. But it wasn't the official devs, it was like Snail Games or something. Oh yeah! Morgan and Morgan was on like everyone as well. I don't know if there is, to be honest with you, Leon. I haven't looked. There might be. There might be. Probably is. Like, well, it's like Among Us stream. I do own Among Us, by the way, but I've never played it. I'm one of those poor fuckers who picked it up thinking, yeah, I'll play that, and we never played it. Because it stopped being cool to play after, like, I got it, of course. What's the world update is out today? Oh, is it? Ah. I'm nowhere near the end of the, like, the high rank yet, so it's going to be a while, I think. Or is Mizusune, like, there, actually? Nah, it's just me. Ah, shit. So, hello, Rouge. Welcome in, buddy. Been a Monster Wilds update. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm anywhere near the point where I could be fighting Mizusune. I think also high rank Zoshia being added, which is good. I like Zoshia's fight. There's a high rank Miz and Arch Tempered. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Neil. Thank you for being here, buddy. Always good to see you. It's always good to see you, my friend. Take care of yourself. It's okay. You guys missed me discussing the our society is not going to stay the same in like several years. My philosophical discussion at the start of the stream. Yeah, they probably get. Actually, actual gear for it as well, because I remember the main one having gear. Ooh, and a gathering hub would be nice. Although the main area is a bit of a gathering hub, really, but I'm glad we have a proper gathering hub. That'll be good. Yeah, I think I'm at the point where I need to fight either a giant fucking octopus again, or a big, wet leviathan. Real, this floor is a floor observation there, buddy. What do you mean? Oh, my floor is the flooring it. Oh yeah, I love the octopus monsters. They are just cool. Every time I see one, I'm like, that is cool. Like every octopus enemy they've done, or like mollusk-oid enemy they've done, is just great. So is it not mollusk? It's what are they called? There's no name for them. I forget the name. Anyway, but like Nudra's great. What's the other one? Is it Zoo something? Oh, yeah. It was. Oh yeah, we need crabs. We do. You heard it here first, folks. Onyx wants crabs. Is anyone offering to give Onyx crabs? Oh, that'd be a good one. I want the one that sharpens its fucking claws on like the back of like or like a big skull it's got. I think that is Shogun. I think. Yeah, it's fucking good. That is. I feel like it wouldn't be too bad to do, honestly. I'm trying to think of. I mean, we have like. I feel like the door is open now for all kinds of monsters. Because we have like monsters of pretty big size in the game as well. So it was Oshia was pretty big. The apex for the forest was pretty big. Oh, the praying mantis, you mean? The thing is of that one, right? That one's a whole thing. That's an entire fight. Like, that monster gets its own arena, buddy. That golden praying mantis gets itself a whole arena, gets itself a whole... Like, it's a whole thing, that monster. Like, it's not an elder, but it's the strongest insect in the game that they've had so far, because of that mech suit it builds. That was one of the wildest ones, but I'll take it, honestly. I'd love that. I kind of want to see what Elder Dragon fights would be like in the game as well. Well, some people want him in, actually. I do wonder when we're going to get some invasive monsters. Because I think we are probably due some invasive species, right? Like, Basil, Betelgeuse, definitely. He could be an easy one to add in. I mean, a Guardian Devil Joe, come on. I mean, you've already had Fatalis in Wilds. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying give us another Fatalis. Well. Oh, no, you're not Fatalis. Oh, not Fatalis. No. In World, we had Fatalis. World had Fatalis. Rise had a pretty powerful one as well. I forget the name of it, but Rise had a really strong one. Bugvedis, nice. Zoshia is Fatalis. It's definitely not as strong as Fatalis, I'm gonna say. Not even close. It might be based on him, but not comparable. Like, Fatalis is Doomsday on himself. Man has enough, like, his fire's strong enough to, like, blow walls down and melt thick steel gates and... Well, like, Fatalis matches his lore to mechanics. I mean, they definitely based him on him, I guess. Especially, like, when he sheds the white and goes all, like, fiery. I think he's probably a bit more based on Elatrion, to be honest with you, because of the mixing elements. But the look has a bit of Fatalis in it, when it just sheds its white entirely and just reveals its inner, like, shell. It's a weird one, right? Because we've not seen Zoshia not in Guardian form. Like, it seems like it's completely artificial. But I'm definitely feeling more Elatrion vibes with its powers, what it's based on. But it's completely artificial. Like, I know all the other Guardians are based on real monsters. Zoshia seemingly isn't. I mean, potential. There's only been 3. There's main Fatalis, red Fatalis, and white Fatalis. I suppose. It's definitely not as strong, I will definitely state. The Fatalis fight in every game he's been in, it's been a surprise encounter and he's just terrifying. But he's a real once per generation thing, he pops up. But it's an interesting thing. I do think the problem with Zoshia, I actually kind of wish he wasn't the end fight of, like, low rank. I think Zoshia, as cool as the Zoshia fight is, I almost think if that's the case, he should have been the end of high rank. As cool as that scene was, that fucking scene where you just crack the fucking thing open and you just go, fuck it, I'm killing this thing. Like, we're not doing whatever your plan was, I'ma kill it. I do like the fuck it, we ball energy there, I'm not gonna lie. That was cool. Just to go, no, I'm gonna kill it. But, yeah. I actually would have rather, like, it be later on. Loden, given the creature has been stuck on borderline infinite energy for years, hyper-evolved in biology. Exactly, right? Like, it's juicing itself up immensely. Yeah. And you really do kick its ass. It's not that hard to fight. There are moments that are definitely close, but it's not that hard to fight. Oh, definitely. I'm curious how its high rank's gonna be. Like, oh, Arkveld's meaty boy. I do appreciate the Arkveld fight now, I must admit. Now I've gotten used to it. The Arkveld's weird. He feels like he's close. Well, I mean, that might just be because of, like, the game being quite easy. I want high rank to be a bit harder. Like, I will say, one thing in Hunter Wild's credit, the Apex monsters feel way better. Like, they feel like Apex is their region. Base Rathalos does feel a bit weak in comparison, but then maybe I'm just too wise to his tricks these days. I don't know. Base Rathalos, maybe I don't know. I just know him too well. The Guardian Rathalos throws me off a little bit now and then. But, like, I thought... oh, of course, these ones fuck. Literally one monster. Oh. Oh, what, for the Doshagama having an alpha? Or is there something else that has an alpha as well? The Doshagama's the only one I've seen with an alpha. Yeah, there's definitely... And the thing is, they weren't small either. The regular Doshagama are huge. Just the alpha's fucking massive. I expected the Guardian one to have, like, a pack. I don't know. I like the variety of monsters, though. That's pretty good. Also, like, you know, the like Raidao, he was a pretty good fight. Though I don't know what it is, but Jin the Had is way harder than all the others. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but he does feel like he should be his own tier. Like, he feels like he's above an alpha. Bro, what do you mean? 2019 was 6 years ago. Bruh, this guy. Smacked the shit out of him in Minecraft. I couldn't get my words right, I was like, having a moment. But yeah, no, it's also the only monster I won't fight with random. You can't, can you? He's the only monster with a map-wide nuke. That's the thing, he's the only one. Even Zoshia didn't have a map-wide nuke like that. He had a pretty big nuke, but not a map-wider. Like, Raidao can definitely explode you from afar. It's like, I don't know, I had trouble with him, but once I got the right weapons and knew his strats, I beat the shit out of him. Hell, the bow helped me a lot with that. The bow helped me a lot with that, just to hit his weak spots, even though I was later told the bow has the worst, like, stun chance of any weapon, so that's one thing to keep an eye on for. But it just felt very useful to have that bow, honestly. For him. Just because of how big he is. I think his size, that's the big one with him. I don't know about the other Leviathan that's big. But then, the thing is, he's chunky. He's very chunky, that one. He's not very long, whereas Jin's so long that hitting him's like... You'll hit him in like 2 to 3 business days if you try and hit him. How long the boy is. He's a girthy lad. New Duna is unfortunately cringe. Yeah, he doesn't seem... He didn't seem too impressive when I fought him before, but... We'll see. I've got to fight him at some point. But I'm going to fight my oily boy again. That should be fun. It was a fun fight. I did see a very funny video where someone, like, continuously removed his tentacles, and he just started looking at his stump like, the fuck? How dare you hack these off? Try and nub you. He has the power to What do you mean he can manipulate gravity? What do you mean? I thought he just manipulated water. Man's got gravity powers as well. Is it because he's that fucking rotund? Oh, you know, maybe. Maybe he's just a big bag of gas. Like, he's got a real big sack of, like, helium inside of him or something. It just floats up, you know? It's just a big bag of wind. But he does make some big jumps. For someone of that girth. For being the Nick Ocado avocado of monsters. That fucker can jump. That... What we're saying is Ufduna can get into the NBA. That's what I'm hearing. He could dunk. Send my data and a bit... Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you for being here, Chief. Have a good holiday. See you in a bit. Can't wait to get butchered in Dark Chaos next session. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I can just put it in audio. Oh yeah, true. Oh, I know how many backups you have. You keep fucking asking me for sheets. You're gonna come back from holiday and you have like 20. Have a separate personal roll-20 game with more backup. Fuck. How many do you have, man? this fucking guy. He has all these backups, chat, but I've not killed anyone from it. Ah. Sip any. No, don't do that. Ignore me. I'm a bad example. Don't follow what I do. I will still have a sip, even though it's work the next day. But you see, that's because I go on bus, and also my work is just the... You won't spend a fate point to survive. Are you absolutely certain about that? I mean, if you're sure. If you're sure. Because I'm still going to treat him like he's gonna. Just so you know. Just so you know. This man is, like, trying to die. He's like, I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. He might, honestly. He might explode. His Dark Heresy character might just get exploded. I mean, again, not that I try and actively, like, kill off characters, but there's a chance it could happen. Same with Lazarus, Leopard Knight of House of Gentle Hands. Okay. Then again, he is dying of a disease, so I mean, it fits, it fits. It's a risky move. It's an interesting play, Cotton. We'll see if it works out. But yeah, if you want to play it, if that's how you want to do it, man, I'm not gonna stop you. If that's how you want to do. I wouldn't recommend, but look, if you wanna, that's fine. You do you. I'm not gonna stop you. I ain't gonna stop you. But it could definitely come up, especially for your current guy. Your boy, if pressed with weight, like the most dangerous thing for your current character is if anything like puts weight on him. Fair enough. Fair enough. She's going to go out in glory. Fair. So was the Chaos God Eads. So remember when a Nurgling nearly killed Devil? Remember when a Nurgling nearly killed him? I live that much. Oof. Oof. Fair enough. This is better, isn't it? The guy with like twice your armor. They nearly got his fucking shit pushed in by a little fucker with teeth and claws from the warp. That's me being gentle, by the way. That's me being real gentle. Frail Handless Immortal. Okay, buddy. Okay. I'll just deny the demon's existence so hard it dies. You can't Fabius Bile the demon. I mean, if you have some, like, a vial of null blood, perhaps, you know. Is I can do that. It's actually kind of... It's talent. That is true. Do you have that talent, though? I was going to say. You do lack that talent. You cannot just walk up to the demon and go, I abjure thee, and send it back to the warp screaming. You've got to have the talent to send something back to Satan's arsehole, okay? You can't just send it back to Satan's arsehole. You've got to have the talent. You've got to learn the ways of sending things back to Satan's anus. I mean, you've also got a Psyker, so there's that. So, you know. But, you know, hey, that's your prerogative if you survive. It's okay. I think currently all of them are trying to figure out how they want to spend their monies. Oh, the who are the psychers? Just deny the witch. I deny you. With bolt pistol. I mean, that will do it. That will definitely deny his existence. I find the bolt pistol's pretty good at denying people. Need more heresy. They are both pretty bad for the heresy. He is especially bad for the heresy. Holy shit. My man discussing the consumption of your fellow man. And not in a funny way or a kinky way, in like a literal nom 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 kind of way. Like, you know, he's a man-eater. That's trying to be nice. We could regrow limbs and consume them. What the fuck? I'm gonna be frank. I'm giving you corruption, at least, for eating another person. That is like, all I'm saying is, right, cannibalism is peak chaos. As such, I am more than justified in giving you corruption if you do that. I mean, insanity is another thing, but 100%... Oh wait, no, he'd mutate. He'd literally mutate if I give him corruption. So maybe I would have to go the more realistic with the insanity route, because one, it makes sense, but also, yeah, he'd just mutate. He wouldn't even take the corruption. I think. I swear he can just not corrupt and instead mutate. I feel there's a limit on that, right? I'm gonna have to look into how that works, because I'm sure there's a limit on that. There's gotta be a limit on that. Because that... Yeah, that... Huh. The current Warhammer Crime book I'm reading is about a deck looking for a noble house that are butchering people and eating them as part of a coming-of-age ceremony, stealing from the original settlement, running out of food on the ship we're travelling. It might be tough as a willpower bonus. So there was a mutant, I'll pull this up real quick. As a mutant, he does get a little thingy, a little thingamabob. Is it enemies within? I think it's enemies within. Which one is the mutant? Mutant, yes it is. Let me see. Background bonus. Twisted Flesh. A mutant character can always choose to fail any test associated with resisting malignancy or mutation. Whenever he would gain a malignancy, he may roll on the... Oh, it's for malignancy. Not for gaining corruption. Ah. So he does still get corrupted. Okay, right, that's good to know. He can choose to get mutation rather than a malignancy. Right, okay. But he can still get corrupted. Right. Right. That's it. Yeah. It's okay. I thought you just couldn't get corruption, which would make no sense to me. That makes way more sense. So you just can't get a malignancy. You can choose to get a mutation, which you probably will get a mutation over malignancy, because I'm pretty sure malignancies are bad. And he can just choose to fail on the roll to prevent mutation and just get more mutated. I feel like there's a certain point from a narrative perspective, though, I have to say, hey, you are too fucking mutated. I think it'd be like 20 to 30 corruption, you would typically get only malignancy, but you can choose to get a mutation. I was gonna say, there are definitely some mutations that are like too far. Defo. There's definitely some that's like, whoa, that's fucked. That's a fucked mutation there. You can't be allowed to exist with that one. But yeah, there's like, if he starts going full on like demon kin, like if he goes full demon kin or some shit, like my man's getting excommunicatory tourist immediately. Click, the bolt pistol will go. It's okay, though. If you guys start getting a lot of corruption, like a lot of corruption, I'm just saying, I'm gonna start reading Black Crusade. I'm gonna start preparing Black Crusade if you folks are getting a lot of mutation and corruption. I'm gonna have to. What happened to the party? They fell to chaos. Now we'll find out what they do. Although it's a bit different system, but still. It's an equal bit different. But yes, I think I've got some of next session already planned anyway, because we didn't do everything I'd planned for last session, so not too much work for me. Just a debate on whether I want the next door for you to open to be very spicy or not. Which I'm considering. Spicy door. Very much considering it. But then I am also considering a few other options too, so, you know. There are things I consider. And some of it depends on what you guys do, so, you know, there is that too. There is that too. Fucking hell. Bro. Constantly yawning, Jesus Christ. I promise you, chat, I slept this morning. Or last night, even. I was on late, but I still slept. I promise. Definitely. I did. I'm also not very convincing, I know, but still. One of these days, I'll have to have like a toggle for looking tired, won't I? And then I can do the Doki face. And sell my dignity for $100. If you've seen that clip, you've seen that clip. Just adds on the tired face. I forget what all the toggles you put on were, but... Oh. Well, some people will do for $100. Well, some people will do indeed. I need to work my posture. 100% I need to work my posture. Holy shit. I felt my back trying to curve on me. Great feeling. I don't recommend it, chat, I'll be honest. I don't recommend that feeling at all. There we go. Yes, for anyone wondering why the music's different, as I mentioned earlier, Trainer's killing signals don't top off. Yeah, no worries, pal. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good, man. Take care. Yeah, if anyone wondering why the music's different, I couldn't get my Streamlabs music to work, as for some reason it just wouldn't accept my deets, which is really annoying. I don't quite get why it won't accept my deets, but it won't. So I'm having to use external music. Because it said, yeah, you can do it, and then it's still not got rid of the thing, so I don't know what's going on with that. Might have to remove and re-add the app or something? I don't know. I'll have to little mess that after stream. Well, it's not something I wanted to do right as stream started, but I found some royalty-free synth music on YouTube. So hopefully you're enjoying that at least. Maybe I'll use that more often, I don't know. Maybe that might be my go-to, for a little bit. Mix things up a little bit, perhaps. Perhaps it's a good time to mix things up. And at the very least, the Streamlabs music is a third-party feature that Streamlabs use that isn't part of the paid bundle. No, the multi-streaming is what I'm paying for, technically. That's the main thing I'm paying for, the multi-stream. I have to use restream over that, but you never know. Maybe I'll have to stop messing with it. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Okay, now. Before I forget, chat, there was an update to Total War, but that shouldn't affect my current campaign, so we'll be carrying on with that tomorrow. Then there is Monster Hunter Wilds. We're going to be fighting an oily boy, a wet boy, and whatever else comes next. I have a feeling high rank Arkveld. And then it seems like we've got a Gormagala problem. So we're probably fighting a Gore at some point. Which should be interesting. The armor of the Gormagala is very drippy as well, so. We, of course, chat, need to acquire drip as well. Look at that. I'm going to go sniffing around Fashion Hunters, which is a Reddit filled with lots of very drippy hunters. To get that fashion on the major way. Why am I killing this animal? This is simple. I want its hide because it looks great. Plus, the layered armor system just means I have to build the armor piece once anyway, and then I get the layer, which is fantastic. It is a quality of life feature I like. I know some people preferred it when you had to do something else to get them. I personally kind of like having access to them. Although I wouldn't have minded if it was a different system, but I think there's plenty to do. And besides, if it feels like there's not too much to do, that's fine. I'll switch up whatever game I do on Saturdays. Although there's been an update, or will be an update, so should be fine. I think what else I've got to do on stream as well on Saturdays. I think what's updates recently, chat. Helldivers 2 had an update. So could do it in Helldivers. If I can get any people to join me in Helldivers, perhaps on Saturday. So maybe. What else might I want to do after I'm sort of sorted with Monster Hunter? What are you staring at me for? What's with the stare? What's with the stare, Rouge? What are you staring for? Are you giving me the shit look? My eyes are up here, you fucker. What colour are my eyes? Cretin. This guy right here. He's gonna say light grey. Green. Do you mean green? Where is there green on me, Rouge? There's no green in my entire model. Where the fuck is the green? Where is the green? I see no green. I don't think I've ever had a green model, actually. Or a model of green on it, now I think about it. Unironically, I think I feel like all my models have been black, white, and red in some capacity or another. With sometimes like silver and gold mixed in. I've actually never had anything green. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had green on anything. Now I think about it, that's genuinely a thought. I've never had green on anything. Oh, blue. Then again, I know Foxes would get very upset at me if I said anything about blue. Was it green? Was it green? I forget. It's green or blue. It's one of those she hates doing. I forget which one. I do forget which one. But no, 3.0 me, which has been done by someone else, doesn't have green on either. No green. Although, we did joke about making Scar RGB. Little strobe lights in there, you know. Would be that hard to do. Have a green screen, but weird. Strobe light, though, perhaps. I just felt something crack in my upper back. Ooh. That's weird. That was a bit weird. I've hit that point in the night, chat. I've become unhinged. I've hit that point in the night. It's the unhinged hours. The witching hours. Really crack. This son of a bitch. This guy. What are these dad jokes here? Where have these come from? How deep inside of your ass have you pulled these ones out of? How vast of a crevice have you yoinked this one from? What kind of horrors have you been to unleash that one upon me? Second, close my blinds. There we go. There we go. Get my hands as well. While I'm cracking everything else, I'll just crack my fingers. You might have heard that, you might not have. This doesn't help the track. Fuck it, there we are. Got cracking on the brain. I'm glad I said cracking and not crack. That would have come across really badly. VTuber Baron Zuckerberg had crack on the brain. No, I don't say anything that unhinged. Oh wait, nah. I'm not unhinged enough to be all over a random person's fucking YouTube, so it's fine. I'm not unhinged enough for the clippers yet, chat. There isn't a clip of me, like, screaming about breeding somebody or something. That one bow clip. That shit is quality. Then again, there is a few clips looking around. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned up in a Clippers compilation. If they ever wanted to look at little old me. That I'm sure I would have many questions about, like why, and that one Space Marine 2 stream I remember being absolutely down horrendous, so you know, I'm sure it's fine. Also, chat, was it really sunny for you guys where you are in the world currently? Because I tell you what, every fucker was cutting their grass today. Every fucker I went past was trimming their grass. And like, I figured, you know what, I'll walk around and I'll see if that medication I'm on is going to actually work for my allergies, because as you may remember, I am fucking allergic to grass pollen. Like, really allergic. Like, so allergic you wouldn't believe. Like, off the scales allergic. But they've given me some stuff for it. So far, at most, a mild sniffle. So I'm hoping that's all it'll be. And I won't need the nasal sprays and the 120mg tablets for antihistamines and all that other shit. I hope they won't need all that. I probably will need a little bit of it, but I'm hoping I won't need much. Because, holy shit, I remember that. I think it was last year. It were bad. My allergies were fucking bad. I had them under control by like midway through the year, but still. Oh, it's bad. It were bad. It's okay, I have the same for dust mites as well, which is a thing I figured was the case, but never knew for certain. I have probably already mentioned this before. If in God, Kerbal, stop mentioning your health. It's fine, I'll stop mentioning it at some point, chat. I'll have something else to hyperfixate on. It's fine. When the next Total War DLC comes out, then I'll be able to hyperfixate on that. Or Doomed Arcade, just whatever comes first. That looks good, actually. Oh, that'd be fucking fun, actually. Holy shit. That'll be a good start of the game. But it's not till May. It's not till May, chat. I could do more Vermi. It's possible. Darktide, maybe? Ooh. Ooh, gonna brush my teeth and get ready for bed. There he goes. No worries, buddy. You take care of yourself, have a good rest. Hopefully see you around tomorrow. But if not, I'll see you around, buddy. Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out something for like Saturday streams, chat. I'm also gonna have a bit of a think about video side of stuff. Yeah, I might even do a bit tonight, actually. Yeah, that could be. Throw a little script together, I reckon. A little summit. Probably another campaign review, I reckon. Yeah, I've been talking about doing one for Gold for a while. Maybe I just throw a little script together, you know, quick little script throwing, and then maybe Saturday I just record it. That would be the best day for it, I'd reckon. Yeah. But you never know. I mean, Friday, I'm gonna be out of it Friday. Let's say at the coast. Bit of a seaside day out. Weather permitting, of course, because as some of you may know, I live in a lovely land known as Britain. And you see over here, we have this thing called fucking awful weather. So there's a very real chance, chat, that my ass ain't doing shit. But, hey. It is what it is this time of year, unfortunately. It is spring, season of life, and the season of being piss wet through all fucking day. Except for like last couple of days, actually, it's been pretty nice. Which is weird for April. April's normally the month of showers. Not the voluntary kind. The very involuntary kind of showers. But there's still time. Oh, fuck hell. There is still time for showers to turn up. And much rain, and there's been a fair amount, to be fair. Just hoping we get a summer. A normal ass summer. That'd be nice. At least you'd hope so, right? Especially the way things have been at the minute. Weird fucking winter that's been way late. Very warm spring. Well, it took a while to get it. Fucking hell. I'll be honest, I'm just glad it's warmed up a bit. Because, I'm not gonna lie, it's not fun when you've got asthma and it gets really fucking cold in the morning. Because breathing is a luxury that isn't quite as easy for you to acquire at that hour. Believe me when I say, it gets a bit shitty. You kind of... How shall I say? Struggle to breathe, would be the easy way of putting it. And not a fun way to start my day. Now, yes, I do have my inhaler in the morning. I do. But it's not enough. It is literally not enough. which I say it's not enough. It's mostly enough, but the thing is, it's just that cold. It just cuts you off. Cuts you off, and then you just sort of walking up there, feeling like someone's just sucker punched you a little bit. Not bad was a warm up again, but God, the cold air just doesn't do me any favors. Like really cold, like see your breath kind of cold. A bit chill time, but anything more than that, not great. So the warmth is very much appreciated, indeed. Hopefully it will keep being at least mild. I'll take mild, right? We don't need to be baking hot. I don't tan, I burn, so I don't need too much sun on me. My pale ass is not gonna tan nice, chat. It's not. No, I burn. I just burn. I just ignite. Me and the sun do not get along. I can't remember the exact reason, but I've even had to have, like, on my prescription glasses, a varifocal, so it just gets tinted as the sun hits it. I can't remember the exact reason, but the optician suggested it, so I was like, fuck it. I do recommend it if you have to wear glasses. If you have to wear them, you might as well wear some nice ones, right? As much as they're a rip-off some days, like, holy shit. If there's one thing that makes you consider laser eye surgery, it's the price on fucking glasses, chat. I do know someone who's had laser eye surgery. Went perfectly fine, obviously, and he's perfectly alright, but the only thing with that, obviously, is that's something being done to you, so that might cost you a lot like that, but if anything, you kind of want to pay for the good people, because it's your eyes. You know someone fucking with your eyes. Your eyes are kind of like one of them things that, you know, you kind of need working properly, ideally. I know I would be in a bit of a shambles if my eyes were any worse. I think they're not that bad. All things considered. Compared to when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, unironically, more than 5 feet, couldn't see shit. I remember very specifically, and this was, for some reason, I still have this core memory, chat, and this is an old core memory. I've been wearing glasses since, like, oh god, high school. Hey balls, him and his eyes unless humanity and just to hang on for the 38,000 years for eye augments. I hope it won't take that long, but you know. Oh god. Listen, I'm with everyone else who likes 40k. It's a great setting. I wouldn't want to fucking live in it. Holy shit. 9 times out of 10, you're living in, like I was on about earlier, the idea of like working yourself to death. That is literally working yourself to death. You get 1 day a year off. That's it. In honor of Saint Sanguinius, you get 1 day a year. I praise you on the side, unless you end up on a Forge World or a servitor. Call it. Yeah, there is that. There is that. I mean, if you're a tech priest on a Forge World, it's not too bad. I mean, listen. Some tech priests give me the vibe like tech support who just doesn't want to deal with someone's shit, and you know what? I feel that emotionally. That's like my spirit animal right there. The tech priest who's like, I don't want to deal with that shit. A menial Forge World. Ah, yes. Yeah, that is a bad place to be. That is a really bad place to be. Because the Mechanicus don't value human life. Yeah, that is one little issue there. The tech priests have literally no concept for human life. Nor do they value it or its comfort. As far as they are concerned, you should serve the glory of the Omnissiah. Admittedly, as far as the tech priests, they don't just sit there and do nothing, they do shit all day. But, like, whether you consider their existence a good existence is a different question. I know, it's a weird one, right? You're kind of religiously indoctrinated into the idea that you must remove your flesh, but not too much flesh, but a good amount of it. You know, there's a lot of meat removal to be a tech priest. You really gotta cut away that meat until you've just, you know, a brain and then a mostly mechanical body. I think the brain's the one thing, but you can augment the brain. You just can't replace the brain. But yeah, no, yeah. I guess a paradise world, that wouldn't be terrible. But even then, there's a chance, right? Exactly. You don't want to cross the line. There was a bit, I forget in one of the book. I forget which book it was, right? But someone gifted the Dark Mechanicus what they called a Chaos Robot. Hey, Rachel, thank you very much for the raid. Fucking hell. Welcome on in, Raiders. I'm Baron Zarko Bral, your Cyber Angel VTuber. And thank you very much to Rachel for my dear angel sibling for the wonderful raid. Thank you very much. Brings the sexy me. Nah, what are you on about? It's very kind of you, but please don't sell yourself so short. You needn't sell yourself so short. I just rock a non-fit. But welcome on in. Hold on, I need to do a little something. Let me just fire off that little SO real quick. I'm gonna do it right this time. I did it right this time. There we go. How was Mechabellum? I'm imagining you won. You won. I can't speak today. You won every game, of course. Full win rate, no losses. I'm gonna believe that. But how are we doing? You caught me mid-rant about the 41st millennium being a rough time. Well, at least one of us believes that. No, I'm sure it went fine. Forgot about it. I'm sure it was absolutely fine. I'm sure. I simply choose to believe it went great. Dark Mech 40k minis. They come out with pain to paint. I mean, looking at what's in Heresy, who knows, man? They're gonna be wild. It's always a win when someone else loses so hard that they've quit early. That is true. That is true, Solomons. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Welcome, welcome. All the tiny bits of ad mech, but chaos trim. Oh, the trim. Ah, the trim. No. Dark mech is simply normal mech, but way more mech than drive. I'll take that over more trim, okay? I don't know if you've seen the new, soon-to-be released Thousand Suns robots, by the way. Those terrible robots, good god. But they have so much trim on them. But then they painted them white with chipped paint, like, what are you doing? Why would you paint them like that when that's meant to be the generic colour scheme for them? Fuck. Like, they've got the Thousand Suns stripes, right? But they aren't painted blue. I don't know why they weren't painted blue. Like the main armor plates. You know, to fit in with the range. But they do have the trim, don't worry. They've got that fucking trim. And gun barrels with golden beaks on them. Golden beaks that go over the gun barrel, by the way. Like, holy fuck. They look really skinny as well. Like, compared to like the Phalanx of old. I don't know. Call me an oldie, but I just kind of like that Heresy era, like, beef. Those robots. But they're not like rounded like the 40k robots. Not those like Heresy era, like angular robots that look like they're gonna. I don't know. They look dangerous. I might miss the Heresy era Admech, because I want Dark Admech to embody that a bit. But yeah, give me some like more mechanical tendrils and like flesh metal constructs. Yeah, there was a bit where someone gave them a Chaos Robot, and they mentioned something about putting their leader inside of it, like transferring their mind into it. which does imply at least a couple of them have figured out how to completely divorce themselves from their flesh and go full Necron with it. Which doesn't surprise me, considering they have no limits. We're thinking about Chaos Obliterators. Ah, yep. I don't hate the Obliterators models they've released. They're okay. I mean, they're better than the old ones, definitely. There's no Mutilators, though. We never got any new Mutilators. The melee version. I kind of get why, because they're similar gist, right? But, I don't know. The idea of a flesh metal thing covered in various melee weapons is cool. But the Chaos Dreadnoughts just don't exist anymore. So I kind of get it. Yeah, so a lot of them turned into Hellbrutes, but... Now, I don't know if this was just so they could have the relic ones, but there was some lore about Contemptors not turning into Hellbrutes, but I do think Chaos Dreads should exist still. Right. Like, the Thousand Suns should definitely have some, for example. Because, like, a bunch of their Dreadnoughts were Psycho Dreadnoughts. It's like, okay, give me, like, a Dreadnought Sorcerer. You know, they're using Dreadnought sarcophagus to keep themselves alive. Or just like a rubric one. Like a fucker's turned to dust. So he's just dust inside of a Dreadnought. You know, that would have been cool. Also, what's your thoughts on the Deep Rock League of Votan? Well, I think they're very undercooked. They have the problem of being a Games Workshop later edition, my friend. Which is the problem. Because they have nothing for them. Exactly, as Ball said, no law. They are literally lawless. Lawless. But yeah, literally no law. Like, almost none. It's so annoying. Like, okay, the Chthonian Berserkers. Why are they called Chthonian? Chthonian is a very particular planet to mention in that one as well. It was fucking hilarious that the squats returned in 9th Ed before the Guard Codex. I know, right? Fucking great. And then the Guard Codex was invalidated immediately. It's almost like being a World Eater fan. Which I am, which is painful. Like, goddamn. My boys, my Berserker boys have been done so dirty. One fucking model and it's an 8-bound leader. Oh god, a Ghost Ship Games might just, man. But yeah, no, the League of Votan need more. Like, where is... Like, they've mentioned... There's some bits of lore about the Votan occupying, like, large robots to go into battle. Like, the Votan, the machine themselves, will take direct control over, like, a big fucking war machine and go to battle. Where's that thing? I want that. Give me more Ironkin. Those sound cool. I just need a little bit more. Give me some, like, sort of renowned named character. Give him, like, a few bucks to really build him up. Like, here's the thing. I don't even entirely hate the 8-bound, right? I like the idea that the Berserkers' such raw willpower lets them dominate demons. And interestingly, the 8-bound are no longer affected by the Butcher's nails. They're actually released from the nails, like, bite anymore. They don't feel it. Which is a big deal, actually. Because it means the 8-bound arguably think more clearly than most World Eaters. Oh, they got a book, did they? Nice, nice. But there's no Butcher Surgeons. Like, they couldn't have given us a Butcher Surgeon. Like, if any Chaos faction was going to have apothecaries, it's going to be the World Eaters, because the nails don't fit themselves. I assure you, some fucker fits them. This is Butcher Surgeons. Yeah, I know, right? It's because they got, like, 8 demons in them. World Eaters players can at least say they're not demon players. Oh, the demon players got fucked. Games Workshop took demon players out back, bent them over, and fucking rearranged their insides like something a Slaaneshi fucking smut page would have on it. Slaanesh would blush from the kind of violation demons got that day. They made a decent detachment, but like Be'lakor literally belongs to no army. So he's fucked, unless they put him in like Chaos Space Marines, I guess. But like only some of the demons are in stuff as well. Like I don't think you can play Scarbrand in 40k on like a Khorne army anymore. Exactly. Like even worse, like potentially even more horny, man. Even more horny. It's very visceral and telling demon players that they aren't getting much love curve. I mean, it's probably how they were feeling. Like, Games Workshop clapped their cheeks aggressively. Aggressively. You know that thing with the fucking piston pounding away? That shit. That shit. Those poor fuckers are crawling. Year of Chaos, my ass. Oh, the Year of Chaos. They got 4 like units. Chaos did. Space Wolves, entire refresh. Yep. They haven't even shown us everything yet, by the way. There's still a bit more to come. They might remake Iron Priests. They might give Wolf Scouts a proper model. They might do a bunch of characters. They might give Wolfguard Terminators. These are all things that Space Wolves can get. They might do Thunder Wolves, but I think they're honestly going to get rid of Thunder Wolves. I think they want to make them less Wolf, more Viking. Oh yeah, they've got actual wolves, yeah. Some Fenrisian wolves, along with... I mean, if they redo the Wolfen, that'd be quite nice. They look kind of silly. Well, the Wolf Priest looks fucking cool. But, God, like... Okay, the Thousand Sons robots, kinda shit. I don't completely hate them, but like they don't fit the faction at all. They just look bad next to the rest of the range. No, need more wolves. Need the Wolf Guard and the Wolfen and the Wolf Truck and the Wolf Plane. With the Wolf Lord, the Wolf Guard, and the Wolf King. And the Wolf Note. And the... Yeah, I bet it is. I fucking bet it is as well. I bet he fucking laughs about it too. Because he's a Space Wolf and he's Chad. I do like lots of Space Wolves, but... God, they... Like, I get some of the point is Space Wolves make you think they're dumb brutes to lull you into that sense of superiority, and then they just go, hey, actually, we're not that stupid. Surprise, and then just beat your ass. But nuance, Games Workshop. Nuance is your word of the day, and it will continue to be until you learn it. You can ask your Space Wolf companion if they call everything after wolves, and he does in fact laugh and say, "Yeah, we overdo it a bit, don't we?" I'm so based. Based. He's a true Space Wolf. Then he would laugh at that. They would laugh at that. I will say, Space Wolves are actually more heroic than people give them credit for. Like, Armageddon, the first war, them fuckers went, hey, Inquisition, we're not going to let you sterilize the population. Fuckers fought the Inquisition and Grey Knights over that one. They pulled out Bjorn for it and everything. For the doggers that smacked around Space Marines with gene seeds directly from the Emperor. Indeed. You can also ask you what you think of the Apex Predator Fenris. I assume it's other Space Wolves. Or the Space Wolves that have gone mad and are currently wandering the planet still. Or is it still the Wolves? Because I have heard the regular thing, there's no Wolves in Fenris. They expect you to answer Wolfen, but with a high knowledge of Xenos, you can answer a Wraith Badger. Or F Badger. I'm actually not familiar with one of those. I did not know those were on Fenris. I mean, I assumed there were deadly things on Fenris. It's a fucking death world. It's an ideal Space Marine recruitment place, though. It completely throws him off and he asks you why you answered that of all things. Yeah, no, that's fair. He'd probably think Wolfen too. Which, as you say, is what expecting. 100% Wolfen probably are up there. I'm actually kind of surprised the Space Wolves even decided to send their members to Deathwatch. They don't like doing it, moles. Though, as a joke, they did send a battalion of Bloodclaws, which are literally, like, neophytes. They're not even fully augmented Marines in power armor. Don't get that confused with Wolf Scouts, by the way. Wolf Scouts are actually full Space Marines. They just forgo full power armor. I mean, that's a fair answer there, to be fair. That is a fair answer. God, balls, you reminded me the Deathwatch gets so... Speaking of people get fucked over, the Deathwatch got so fucked this edition. He barely lasted about 10 seconds. That... You know what? They would. He fucking would as well. I need to play Rogue Trader at some point. I actually have never played it. I am aware of a load of bits of the like plot and stuff. People have told me stuff, but I probably should give it a go. Especially when the last DLC comes out. I should really give it a go. I've been putting it off, but I really should at some point. I've heard some bits about like a Catan shard and things, like some fucking wacky stuff. I know the last DLC involves Imperial taxes, which... That shit's scary. Do you know how many wars have started over Imperial taxation? I recommend something called the War of Badab. That shit was fucked, and that was all over taxation, alright. The Imperial taxation goes from 0 to 100. You don't pay that tax, fuck me, things get bad. Here's a side quest where you send in life paperwork. For a very long time, I imagine. For a very long time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know what's amazing? The Imperium used paper. Literal paper still. It's like... What? How? How do you run on paper? Like, no, we run on paper. Except for the tech priests and some people who use data slates, but mostly it's all on paper. And we use astropaths to send obscure shapes and sounds and bullshit across the galaxy to people. It's so fucked. It's such a fucked galaxy. I don't understand how the Imperium functions. I don't think the Imperium does. It's such a mess. Like, I'm... Not even in my, like, most wild and crazy Stellaris playthroughs have I ever sat there and went, how the hell does my Empire work? Oh, I bet the clerks just go, okay. Everyone else in line is also high-ranking. I bet you're literally in line with, like, all sorts of high-ranking people who are nowhere near as scary as my supervisor. Yep. Okay, damn you. But the administrator screws you for life. Oh, it's just peasant. Oh, is it literally just pushing in line gets the supervisor involved? That sounds about right, honestly. See, though, if you know the guy's supervisor, I bet immediately they let you straight through because you know his supervisor. Like, if you're in touch with people in the administratum who are your friend... Thing is, if the administratum's your friend, you become, like, a mini, like, lord of the, like, a whole realm. If they don't like you, oh boy will they fuck you over. There have been more loss of soldiers by the pen than by the sword. Now, you eventually ask the supervisor and she tells you to fuck off and get back in line. Damn. What the fuck? Rogue Trader can do many things. Get through line. Yep, pretty much. Like, the Siege of Vrak, it started going over 12 years, and then they started pulling troops left and right. they get so pissy when a war goes longer than they expect, man. Honestly, like holy fuck. I mean, in Dark Heresy, if you play as an Administratum guy, you get everything like 1 point easier. Like, every single rarity goes down by 1 for your requisitions, which is pretty huge, actually, because it lets you have toys you shouldn't have access to from day 1. It's not quite as wild as the Admech's 2 tiers for any cybernetics, which lets you have masterwork, mechanical arms and stuff. Like, it gets a bit fucky, that does, but that's just for cybernetics. But as Administratum, everything's a tier lower. Everything. Which is huge for acquisition stuff. Huge. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Honestly, not surprised. The Administratum's like that. That is very much in line with them. They really would be the kind of people that just everything is done by a certain procedure, but that procedure takes years. And very few people are big enough to waltz in and demand stuff often. It's why the Inquisition just sends stuff straight to Terra normally. But even then they'll get denied sometimes, or people get pissy with them. I mean, I'm amazed anything gets done. I am very amazed. But again, if the Administratum like you, oh, you'll get whatever you want. You'll get whatever you want. Like, genuinely, the upper echelons of the Imperium, it entirely works on a who likes you system. I've been watching some stuff about the Sabbat Worlds Crusade, and Jesus Christ, half of that is literally, out of the 2 War Masters they have for that, there's constant people trying to jockey them for power left and right. Seriously? They say that's too far. What the hell do you do that makes them say it's too... That is concerning. That is wild that a Dark Eldar can say that's too far. I didn't think they had it too far. Honestly, that wouldn't hurt. Having, like, a hierarch of the Administratum on side, yeah, fucking hell, you'd get stuff done. You'd get stuff done. I mean, even, like, the Sisters of Battle, unironically, there's pen and paperwork that stops them getting too much kit. Forge Worlds get specifically instructed not to give them too many bolters. Because it helps them not just go full martyrdom mode all the fucking time. If you run a Dark Elder companion, you can make him actually fall in love with you. Then can stab him in the chest when he finally opens up to you. Fuck. I did know that he, out of the 2 Eldar you can get with, he actually won't keep calling you fucking Monkai all the time. But holy fuck. Like, holy shit. That's you can go cold. He looks at you, he bleeds out and goes, I thought I knew every kind of pain, but it's fuck. Now that is something else. So you go to a Dark Eldar. Yeah, that's a level of cold. I mean, a Dark Eldar already is like... Well, here's the thing, actually, Balls. You can have it like that, or you basically turn the Dark Eldar into your Gimp. No, unironically, you can turn him into a massive sub. You can dom the shit out of him. Unironically. The Dark Eldars have a BSM sex with you, yes. Yeah, you can make him an absolute sub. That is completely a thing you can do. Although I'm sure many people were hoping it was like a succubus or something. But no, it's like it's a dude. think it wasn't so. It is a dude, in case that's an issue for you, but yeah. Craftworld Eldar, however, you have an asexual friendship. Yes. Yeah, no, the Craftworld Eldar has no interest in making it sexual. Because, this is probably because Craftworld Eldar really have to be careful about doing that. Because for them, like, the Dark Eldar have ways to stave off Slanesh. The Craftworld Eldar do it by denying themselves things. That is probably why she wants no part in that. If she was a Dark Eldar, she'd go for it. But Craftworld, yeah. Exactly. They have to be, because the thing is as well, it's probably also for your sake, because if you actually give a shit, Craftworld Eldar Eldar can get really fucked up. Ah, that was the other angle I was thinking. I feel very nice, Bella, very nice. I forgot you were making food this whole time. We're yapping away. Oh. When your crew tries to hit on her and she murders them. Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right for an Eldar. Bruh, this guy. Bruh. Got distracted. I think if you, like, perfectly romance with her, she eventually agrees to hold your hand. In, like, the final scene. Damn. Hand-holding. I feel like at that point... Yeah. You might as well stick with your other options there. Either go with your Dark Eldar BDSM gimp. I believe you can go with the Navigator, but you've got to treat her like a lady. That she is. I don't know if the Sister of Battle is an option, but I imagine that one's a pelvis destroyer. Probably. I would imagine. I don't know about the Death Cult Assassin. There's a Death Cult Assassin they've added. But yeah, it's certainly a wild one. But I'm glad they've done Rogue Trader, because the Rogue Trader has a lot of options. Like, the Inquisition and Rogue Trader is the two most free out of the Imperium. Like, if you want a character you can do whatever you want with, Rogue Trader is probably the best one. You can date the Navigator if you're male, the Interrogator if you're female, the Smuggler chick for both genders, and the Eldar for both genders. Ah, okay. Fair. To be fair, my knowledge on Rogue Trader is very specifically. I don't know if you can do romance with the Death Cult Assassin, but I do know you can put her in a dress. I see. And so much power. I think it's been a normally huge place. Literally, yeah. So and she has no idea what to do. Nice. To be fair, so the right of trade is a holy thing, by the way. Like, it's considered divine. That is divine right. Like, if you are given a right of trade, you are given a divine right to freedom, so that you can find new planets for the Imperium, so that you can essentially establish various trade routes. You're basically a pathfinder, but you're also kind of there to, like, move goods around sometimes, and you're there to, like, do kinds of stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Yeah. I think some of the new ones that have been handed out have been signed by Guilliman in the Emperor's stead, but it's like, Guilliman's the Lord Regent of the Imperium. But yeah, the original rights of trade were signed by the Emperor. Back in the day, you used to go, like, way ahead of the crusading fleets to find human planets and get in touch with them. And, like, as you say, be a diplomat. Nowadays, you're looking for planets that have been colonized or can be recolonized, in addition to ancient human relics, in addition to a bit of diplomacy, and a bunch of shit on the side. They're basically excused for a lot of stuff as well. Although if an Inquisitor catches you doing shit, then you're fucked. But still. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, it's one of those. A rogue trader's basically royalty. Oh, you got a tech priest as well. I know there's a bit where you can get him to introduce you instead of Arbold, and he gets really sarcastic with it. But yeah, I'm mostly aware of Arbold, the introducer, and also the Giga Chad, who just runs into melee and beats the fuck out of things. But no, I do need to give it a go. I have heard good things. It's the same people who made Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, isn't it? And Kingmaker. Which does look like a labyrinthian game. Jesus Christ. Speaking of labyrinthian stuff. Albert cut off his paw. Albert, twist his nuts, and then introduce me to him after you've twisted his nuts. I need to become like Cetra the Imperishable. I need so many titles that it takes you an entire day to read them all. I am not joking, Cetra has that many titles. Oh man, I don't want to see them anymore. Whack his pee-pee. Here, take my chainsword. Make certain it's gone. Fucking Judge Judy, but oh, hang on, I grabbed myself by mistake. Oh fuck. Where am I going? What did I grab? Did I grab the Sprout Tube capture? I did, didn't I? Control Z? Okay, I think I fixed myself. I grabbed the thing, apologies, chat. I grabbed the thing foolishly. But the tank... I will tank the Necron Gauze rifles for me. Fucking hell. I mean, that's quite the thing to tank. We did have to deal with some Necrons once, actually, when I was a player in Dark Heresy. That was somewhat concerning, I'll be honest. Like, I think, unironically, it got to the point where me playing the Tech Priest and my friend playing a Guardsman, we both just fucking got sniper rifles out and just, like, fucking Kirky shooting them. The only way we could hurt them. You can also actually RP as a good person rogue trader, and it goes about as well as you'd expect. Ah. Yeah. It's the problem. You can go so far being a kind person, but in 40k, kindness often gets considered a weakness. Yeah, the Iconoclast is an option. It's an interesting option, but obviously you have to be kind of careful. That said, if you fully commit, the ending gets fucking wild. If it's the one I'm thinking it is, yeah, that is insane. It's what I think it is. I heard something about one of them. I know you can fall to chaos. I'm aware that's an option. Which is a dubious option, to say the least. I know a word bearer is involved, which it would be a word bearer. Out of anyone who would try and corrupt, that is their prerogative. To show mankind the true gods, as they would say. The gods that want to be worshipped. It's a shame they're not quite as cool as they were in the Heresy. They're Gelvorback. Those are the coolest fucking things ever, by the way. Yeah, the word bearers used to have possessed who could actually turn into their possessed form, go ham, and then turn back. Even Argol Tal, who goes for like wings and everything. Ah, it's good old Logar. Yep, that is pretty much most people in the covers Corax you're referring to there. That sounds very cool. Yep, that's covers Corax. I was gonna say him and Gilliman really wanted him dead. They really wanted him dead. I am curious if Logar gets a model, will we see Corax come back in 40k? Because I know there's a rumor that the Raven Guard are going to get a character. I think he's called like Shadow Strike or something. Um, Apparently a guy called Shadow Strike, who's like a big person in the Raven Guard, like kind of fell into a sort of unconscious-esque state. Um, like as I understand it, he kind of became like catatonic right in the same lab as the Primaris were going to be made in, and he had the thing that helped them make the Primaris on hand. I believe he was a chapter master back in the Heresy. But there's a very real chance he comes back because, as I say, he was where the Primaris were. So, and the rubric has been proven to basically bring people back from the dead. The rubric is weird. So generally, yes, I've seen that bit. I've seen that bit. It's fucking wild. What I am curious, speaking of Primarchs coming back, I am very curious about two people. Alfarius or Omegon. I'm very curious if they're gonna come back, or if like the captain of the first company of Alpha Legion comes back, what that's gonna do, because they could do fucking anything. They're wild. Alpha Legion are wild. They are wild. One of them is probably dead. The thing is, though, this is canonical. The Alpha Legion librarians could move minds between bodies. So it's a very real chance one of them is still alive. Very real chance. I know Gilliman said that when he killed Omegon, that the thing that normally happens when a Primarch dies didn't happen. That rush of psychic energy didn't happen. They are pretty cool. I like the Heresy era colour scheme better. That like blue. But yeah, they're cool. I also just love how, when done properly, you don't know what they're doing, and neither do a lot of they. I just love how their plots are so ingrained that it's like it's programmed into them. They don't know what they're doing. They just know they need to do it and how to do it. But the why is lost. I love that. Very likely, I reckon, it would make sense for him. I could see it happening. I want a scene with him and Bjorn, though. I want a whole thing where Bjorn just smacks him one and asks, "Where the hell have you been, Wolf King? I've waited 10 millennia for you, fucker." Like Rylanor, but without the virus bomb, and without the intent to kill. Although I will say, are you familiar with Rylanor? Because holy shit. It's a brief moment, but that fucker. That fucker. For fucking mold. Oh yeah, that'd be funny. I reckon they'll get along way better nowadays because the both of them, the line's super chill. There's one of the Emperor's children who's, I think the captain of the third company or fourth company Emperor's children didn't turn traitor, but he was on Calf. I think he was on the same planet, but Rylnor just sat there with a virus bomb waiting for Fulgrim. It's a shame that you can't virus bomb a demon prince, but holy fuck, you can give it a good go. Yes, they were. Yes. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was that Loken? No, Loken's of Lunar Wolf with me. Oh, I know which one you mean, but for life I can't think of it now. I actually went and forgave the foot. Yes, he did. Some of them. Not all of them, though. Also, Luther's out there somewhere. He escaped at some point. So there's actually... Luther's still knocking around somewhere in the galaxy. We don't know where he is. So... yeah, Cypher's... I don't even know what Cypher's doing, man. He's a fucking wild man, he is. He still has the lion's, like, broken sword on his back, as well. The one Gilliman snapped. Yeah, I don't know what they're planning to do with Chaos, though. Like, I want Savitar to come back, the Night Lords, because I like Night Lords. I really like the Night Lords. They're fuckers, but you know what? They've got good stories. She was. But also, he just kind of led her. It was like, I've seen this coming. Go ahead. Do it. To be honest, I'm not huge on Comrade Kurz. Savitar, though. I liked Savitar. And there's... no one actually knows what happened to him. People told Kurz he was dead, but I don't think he is. I really hope Savitar comes back, though. He was just cool. Also, way more of a Night Lord than his sire was, by country mile. I will stress. Way more of a... also be kind of cool, because it would mean that not all the Night Haunter's predictions of the future were true. That sounds about right, when the Night Lord would turn up. It wouldn't be when she's in her prime, fighting. It would be when she's weakened. Because they're cowards. They're absolute bastards. Yeah, no... I don't... you know what? I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. They are built diff. The sad part was she probably didn't die quickly, though. Because I know the Night Lords got to her. Like, the Night Lords probably would have done... this was nerd talk. About 40k. But yeah, no, the Night Lords probably would have flayed her. I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure they flayed her. That is on their line of thinking. The Temple Assassins produce something. They are crazy, man. Yes, you're thinking of the Apostasy, I believe. I believe you're talking about the Apostasy. Yeah, that... the Imperial Fists really fucking hate the Assassinorum. And yeah, a lot of them died. I think one of them got to the Grand Master and blew his fucking brains out of a bolt pistol. But like, yeah. That was a rough one. That was a rough one for the Fists. They also took out like this Giga augmented assassin they made that could control Tyranids. They would. Eversource fucking would. Like, the thing is, you can make gene-enhanced humans that are about on par with a Space Marine, but the... like... genuinely, the issue with it is that those gene-enhanced humans aren't even close to as stable. Like, an Eversour's insane fucking lunatic that has a dopamine drip on him just to fucking... like, they literally dopamine drip them to, like, get them to do things. But he's just a fucking killing machine. You don't use him for subtlety. You use him for slaughter. Whereas the Calidus is a lot more stealthy, but the Phase Blade makes things very easy for them if they need it. He wants to wipe out the temple, but Farseer's vision showed they're keeping the temple around. Yeah, nope. Also, the Eldar would not want to touch that temple because they would just start pulling out Colexus assassins. They don't keep the Colexus on Terra, but I bet you if they needed a Colexus in 5 seconds, there'd be a fucking Colexus in system. Rapidly. That would fuck Eldar so badly. A pariah that strong. Also, the Sisters of Silence are literally in range. They're on the moon. I believe they consider them literal devils, by the way. Which is ironic because the, you know the Harlequins for the Eldar? They have the, what do they call them? The Solitaire, that's it. Yes, Colexus are blanks, but like they're really strong blanks. There's different tiers of blanks, and they are very in tune with the Pariah gene, which is a pretty strong version of blank. They also have like arcane as fuck technology that lets them wield it as a weapon. They can like hide their nature and then enable it and then wield it like a weapon. They literally like absorb psychic energy and rebound it at people. It's nasty. They can also disappear from your perception because of how much you don't want to see them. Yep, pretty much. They literally can sniff you by your warp powers and everything is fucked. That's if the Psyche doesn't claw their own eyes out by being near them. Oh yeah, they're nasty. Yeah, I forgot they were in that game. Yeah, they'd be very useful in that game. Very good against demons and Psychers. Just your Grey Knights don't want to be anywhere near them. Although, interesting enough, the Grey Knights are the only Space Marines the Custodians respect. Because the Grey Knights never turned traitor. They are the last bit of work the Emperor did before he went on the throne. To our knowledge. The gene seed was straight from the Emperor himself. But they were thrown into the warp when Horus's fleet turned up. So they had however long they were in the warp to have a whole fucking battalion of them ready. That's why the planet of Titan is like, well, the moon of Titan is covered in fucking hexagrammic wards and shit. It's insane. But yeah, the Eldar Solitaire is a bit like the Colexus Assassin. They're also a blank. The only difference is that they're technically a psychic blank because of their connection with Slaanesh. Because they are doomed to go to Slaanesh for their power they have. But it's why in all the Harlequin plays, they play the part of Slaanesh. And only they do it. Because to even embody Slaanesh as like an act is dangerous for the Eldar. Eldar Harlequins. The reason you don't want an Eldar to be messing with you. They have a very fucked up sense of humour. Like those clowns they find entertaining. Those things. Yeah. Yeah, Assassin would imply it's a scalpel. An Eversaw is not a scalpel. An Eversaw is a cudgel or a bomb. I mean, they're a living bomb as well. If they die, they metabolically explode. But yeah, they're a literal bomb. So yeah, it's fucked. Exactly. They're not for... You send an Eversaw to send a message, and that message is you fucked with the wrong people. And you won't forget this anytime soon. That is the Eversaw's role. He is there to essentially annihilate. And anything in between him and his target is dead meat. They are brutal. Absolutely brutal. And they're on every fucking, like, drug imaginable. Like, I think the only thing that isn't a space marine that's as augmented as they are is a gland warrior, and they're rare as fuck. Mostly because the genes and biomechanical implants are so rare. But Eversour's drugged up to fuck and loaded with various mechanical bits. Some poor bastard has to do the surgery on them, and there's an actual chance the fucker wakes up mid-surgery and starts butchering people. That's actually a risk. Because someone's going to install the organ which makes them explode, and able to handle the various drugs they're infused with. And that surgery, there's a very, very, very real chance that Eversaur wakes up and goes, ah, I'm a fuck chopping. And boy, will they start a chopping. Oh boy, will they. But yeah, no. Scalpel, they are not. Hammer, they are. A literal living bomb to be sent into whatever the fuck you want gone. And boy, will they be gone. It's a neat detail that the Eversaur has to be kept in eternal sleep if not used. Pretty much, because they will literally die of all the things in their body. Also because you cannot keep them awake. You just can't. It's not safe. The risks to everyone on board of a station is too high. Like, they are so insane. They are so insane. That's why they have to literally chemically dopamine them up to, like, reward them. Because they're just not normal anymore. There are a variant of them that are less augmented and have their minds intact that are sometimes utilised, but they're more there as like an advisory role. But they're not quite as dangerous as the main Eversaurs because they still have their minds mostly intact. But a true Eversaur? No. One of the most psychopathic things they've ever created. And somehow they're not the most fucked up thing the Imperium's made. I forget the assassin strain, but there was one that was like able to grow weapons from its body and control Tyranids by just pheromones. Yeah, that one required the Imperial Fist to kill it. That was a one-off, and it was a terrible idea, and it made them hate the Assassin Order forever. I don't blame them. Cause that shit was fucked. That thing took over a whole planet. No, I think the Assassinorum are cool. They're a cool detail, but they're rarely showing up because of just how lethal they are. I think Kingmaker is one of the only times you see like a really good book about the Assassinorum. It doesn't involve an Eversaur because they're not a character. They're a blender. I think it was a Calidus and a Vindicar assassin, if memory serves, that were sent. It's like a Night World, and the Calidus stole an Armiger because she made it like think she was the pilot. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting book about the Assassinorum. I don't know too much about it. I've not read it myself, but I'm aware of it. It's an interesting book. It goes into Night Worlds a bit and how the Assassinorum works. From assassins from two different temples. No Calexis or Eversaur though, because they weren't needed. The one time one of the first times an execution force was formed of all four was to kill Horus, of course. That got stopped by Horus's own assassin, which was a blank that had a demon forced into it by Logar. How he got a demon into a blank, I don't know, but it made a monster so horrifying it took an entire execution force to kill it. And it killed most of them. But, yeah, the world of assassins. The wacky world of assassination. And that's the early days of them as well. They've had 10,000 years to perfect their arts. There is also like the poisoner, which is less seen, and also the assassin whose entire job is to be an information broker and cause accidents with machinery. There is also a mechanicum assassin. Those are a thing. They're as horrifying as you imagine. Hyper-augmented people with various blades and the ability to hack literally anything, and will often kill other tech priests by brain blasting them. They're not psychers, they'll just, hack into them and, hack their brain. The one thing you don't want hacking. The mush inside your skull. Oh. Speaking of mush inside of skulls, I think mine's just about ready to pop, so... Chat, I think I'll call it there tonight, but I'd like to thank you all for dropping by to see little old me. Always a pleasure to have you. And once again, a very big thank you to Rachel the Angel, dear angel sibling, for your kind raid. Very kind of you indeed to share your community with little old me, as always. Very much appreciated, and I do hope to return the favour sometime. But, with that all being said, thank you very much for joining me tonight, chat. I shall see you all tomorrow for more Total War. But till then, good night, rest well, and ta-ta for now.